Hi, this is JP from No The Lights Over Arkham. Welcome to another double hero pack focus, and this time we are looking into the hero packs that come in the Civil War expansion for Marvel Champions, the card game. So we have two heroes to go through. We have the Hulkling and we have Tigra. So without further delay, let's get started. Okay, and first off we have the Hulkling, and the Hulkling comes with a pre-built protection deck, but first let's look at the signature cards of Hulkling. So first off we have the alter ego side, Teddy Altman. Teddy has 4 recovery, Kree and Skrull traits, and the text: you cannot have more than one shapeshift upgrade in play. Shape changer action: search your deck and discard pile for a shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. Limit once per round. Hand size is 5, hit points is 13. And on the flip side we have the hero side, Hulkling. 1 thwart, 1 attack and 1 defense. Avenger, Kree and Skrull traded. Choose shape. Force response: after a shapeshift upgrade enters play under your control, discard each other shapeshift upgrade you control and ready Hulkling. And the hand size is still 5, thank God, and hit points is 13. So many of these Hulk heroes have a hand size of 4, which is, in my opinion, a poor design choice because it limits so much what you can play with those heroes. But this is at least 5, so that's a good thing. So yeah, you are having shapeshift upgrades in play, and those will boost your hero presumably. So let's start looking through the cards. First we have a signature ally Wiccan. So Wiccan is a 2-cost ally with 2 thwarts and 1 attack, Avenger and Mystic traded, and 2 hit points. Response: after you play Wiccan from your hand, search your deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand, shuffle, and you can commit Wiccan for a wild resource. Okay, well, it supports the shapeshift side, I think. Or I think there are some events that support that, but we'll see. I haven't looked at the cards that much yet. So next we have Altman Residence. It is a 1-cost support, location traded, alter ego action: exhaust Altman's Residence, heal 2 damage from Teddy Altman and shuffle 1 Hulkling card from your discard pile into your deck. And this can be committed as a mental resource. So a great way when you are healing to cycle your used cards back into your deck to draw them again. Next we have Winged Shape. It is a 2-cost upgrade and shapeshift traded. Hulkling gets +1 thwart, +1 attack and +1 defense and gains the aerial trait. Hero response: after you play an event, exhaust Winged Shape, remove 2 threat from a scheme. So this is the thwarty upgrade, I think, and it can be committed as an energy resource. Next we have Hulk Shape. It is a 2-cost upgrade, shapeshift traded. Hulkling gets +2 attack and +1 defense. So hero response: after you play an event, exhaust Hulk Shape, deal 2 damage to an enemy, and this can be committed to as 2 physical resources, so a double resource which is fitting for a Hulk Shape. Next we have Armored Shape. It is a 2-cost upgrade, shapeshift traded. Hulkling gets +1 attack, +2 defense and gains retaliate 1. And hero response: after you play an event, exhaust Armored Shape, heal 2 damage from Hulkling. And this can be committed as 2 resources which are physical and energy. So another double resource, which is nice. Then we have intimidation shape. Imitation shape, and it is a 2-cost upgrade. Shapeshift traded, Hulkling gets +2 thwart. Forced interrupt, when an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. And hero response, after you play an event, exhaust imitation shape, draw 1 card, and this can be committed as 2 mental resources. So I think this is the thwarty shapeshift form. And the other one was the balanced one, I think. Next we have Alien Physiology. It is a 3-cost upgrade with superpower trait. And resource exhaust Alien Physiology, generate 1 wild resource, 2 wild resources instead if paying for a Hulkling card. And this can be committed as a mental resource. Sorry about those noises, my cat is climbing up. So yeah, there he goes. Sorry about that noise. Okay, and next up we have Shapeshifter Strike. It is a 2-cost event. Attack and superpower traded. Hero action attack, deal 5 damage to an enemy. Ready your shapeshift upgrade, and this can be committed as a energy resource. So this is the attack event. There are 3 copies of this in the deck. Next up we have Armored Defense, 2 copies of this. So Armored Defense is a 1-cost event. Defense and superpower traded. Hero interrupt, defense. When an enemy attacks, deal damage to it equal to your defense. After this attack, give Hulkling a tough status card. And this can be committed as a physical resource. And next we have Impersonation, 2 copies of this. So Impersonation is a 2-cost event, superpower and thwart traded. Hero action thwart, remove 4 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, you may change to alter ego form. And this can be committed as a physical resource. Mental resource. So the change into alter ego is interesting. So you basically get a free change of form, so you can heal and then just jump back to hero form. So that is interesting. Next we have a Shapeshifter. It is a 0-cost event, superpower traded. Hero action, search your deck and discard pile for a shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand, shuffle. And this can be committed as a wild resource. So this is a really good one when you need to find that specific shapeshift card. And those were all the cards from the Hulkling signature set. Next we have the protection cards. So we have Patriot. Patriot is a 3-cost ally with 1 thwart and 2 attack, Avenger traded and 3 hit points. Response, after you engage a minion, give a Patriot a tough status card, and this can be committed as a energy resource. So that is a really good defensive card. So you basically can defend indefinitely with Patriot by engaging a minion, and then you get the tough status card to Patriot and you can defend with him. And then a reprint of Brother Voodoo, way back from if I remember correctly, Doctor Strange Hero Pack. So that is a reprint. Not going to talk about reprints that much. Then we have Hidden Base. This is a 2-cost support, location traded, uses 3 stronghold counters. Alter ego response, after you change form, exhaust Hidden Base and remove 1 stronghold counter from it, give your identity a tough status card. And this can be committed as a energy resource. So this is actually combos really well with Impersonation. And then next we have the Night Nurse, another reprint, so I won't go into detail about that. Then we have Excelsior. It is a 1-cost upgrade, Kree Scroll weapon traded, restricted, 2 max 2 restricted cards per player. Response after your hero defends against an enemy attack, spend energy resource, deal 2 damage to an enemy, and this is can be committed as an energy resource also. So I haven't seen many protection upgrades, so I think that's a nice one to have. Next we have 3 copies of defensive conditioning. It is a 2-cost upgrade. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. You get +3 hit points and your hero gets +1 defense. And it can be committed as a physical resource. And next we have I Can Do This All Day. I think we have seen this before, but then art is new. But I'll read it in all the same. So 1-cost event defense, hero interrupt defense. When an enemy attacks, declare your hero as the defender without exhausting them. And it can be committed as a mental resource. I'm actually not sure if we have seen that before, but seems like a decent card. Next we have Taunt, 3 copies of this. Taunt is a 1-cost event traded. Hero action, the villain attacks you. The other characters cannot defend against this attack, draw 3 cards. And this can be committed as a physical resource. So that's interesting. So when you have a tough on you, you can just make the villain attack you and then draw a bunch of cards, which is nice. Next we have a reprint of Tackle. So we saw this already in the Miss Marvel pack way back in Cycle 1. Next we have Cuts Both Ways. It is a 0-cost event, defense traded. Hero interrupt defense. When an enemy attacks, you gain retaliate 1 until the end of the phase. And this can be committed as an energy resource. Okay. And we have a reprint of Preservation, and it is a resource card. Nothing much to say about that. Next we have some basic cards. We have first the Iron Lad. Iron Lad is a 2-cost ally with 1/4 1 attack and Avenger traded. 3 hit points. Interrupt when Iron Lad uses a basic power, exhaust another Avenger ally you control. Add that ally's matching power to Iron Lad's power for this use. And this can be committed as a energy resource. And then we have a reprint of Assess the Situation, 3 copies of that. And those are all the player cards that come in the Hulkling's pre-built deck. We'll look at the Nemesis and Obligation next. So Obligation is Complicated Lineage. Give to the Teddy Altman player. You may flip to alter ego form. Choose, exhaust Teddy Altman, remove Complicated Lineage from the game, or discard each shapeshift upgrade you control. Discard this card, and this has 2 boost icons. Then we have the Nemesis set. It starts with the Super Skrull. Super Skrull has 1 scheme on 1 attack, Elite and Skrull traded, and 5 hit points. Forced Interrupt. When Super Skrull attacks you, discard the top card of your deck. If that card's printed resource has energy, Super Skrull gets +2 attack. For this attack, mental, discard 1 card from your hand. Physical, give Super Skrull a tough status card, or wild, discard an upgrade you control. And Super Skrull has 2 boost icons. Then we have the Nemesis side scheme. Skrull business. Forced response after any number of cards are discarded from the top of a player's deck, place those cards face down under this scheme, and it has an acceleration icon, comes into play with 5 threat on it, and has 3 boost icons. Next we have Fantastic Powers. It gives +1 scheme and +1 attack. It is an attachment, superpower traded. Attached minion gets +3 hit points and gains retaliate 1. When revealed, find Super Skrull, put him into play, engage with you, and attach fantastic powers to him. If you are in hero form, Super Skrull attacks you, and it has 2 boost icons. And lastly, we have You're Coming With Me, 2 treacheries that come in the Nemesis set. So it is a treachery. When revealed alter ego, discard the top 3 cards of your deck, place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different resource icon on the discarded cards, and when revealed hero, discard the top 3 cards of your deck, take 1 damage for each different resource icon on the discarded cards, and it has 1 boost icon. And those were all the cards for the Hulkling. We still have Tigra to go through, so we'll start with the alter ego side, which is Green Nelson. Greer Nelson. So Greer Nelson has 3 recovery, polish traded, undercover work, action, search your deck and discard pile for a copy of Hunted and add it to your hand, limit once per round. And hand size is 6, hit points is 10. And on the hero side we have Tigra. So Tigra has 1 thwart, 2 attack and 3 defense. Avenger traded. Each minion with a copy of Hunted attached loses guard. On the hunt response, after the player phase begins, draw 1 card for each minion engaged with you to a maximum of 3. And hand size is 5 and hit points is 10. Oh yeah, and the Tigra pre-built deck is an aggression deck, but first we'll look at the signature cards. So first we have a signature ally Moon Knight. Moon Knight is a 1-cost ally with 2 thwart and 2 attack, Avenger traded and 3 hit points. So a really cheap ally, but I think there is a drawback. Force response. After Moon Knight enters play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and put it into play, engage with you, stun and confuse that minion. Well, that's not a bad thing altogether if you want to have minions to defeat. And Moon Knight can be committed as a wild resource. Then we have Precinct HQ. Precinct HQ, and it is a 2-cost support, location traded, alter ego action, exhaust Precinct HQ, remove 1 threat from a scheme, remove 1 additional threat for each minion engaged with you, and this can be committed as a mental resource. So a really powerful way to remove threat if you have a bunch of minions engaged with you. So that's interesting. Next we have a Cat's Head Amulet. It is a 2-cost upgrade, artifact and item traded. Resource, exhaust Cat's Head Amulet, generate a physical resource for each minion engaged with you to a maximum of 3. And it can be committed as an energy resource. Okay. Then we have the attack event, 2 copies of this. So, this is actually an upgrade. So Sharp Claws, it is a 1-cost upgrade, weapon traded, interrupt. When you make a basic attack, exhaust Sharp Claws. Tigra gets +1 attack for this attack. Choose, this attack gains overkill or this attack gains piercing. And it can be committed as a physical resource. Next we have Cat-like Reflexes. 2 copies of this upgrade. So it is a 1-cost upgrade, superpower traded, hero interrupt. When you would take any amount of damage, discard Cat-like Reflexes, prevent 3 of that damage. You may confuse a minion engaged with you, and this can be committed as an energy resource. Next we have Hunted. So this is an upgrade. and 3 copies of this. And it is a 0 cost with an asterisk and condition traded asterisk as an additional cost to play this upgrade. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and put it into play. Engage with you. Attach Hunted to that minion and stun it. Interrupt when attached minion is defeated. Ready Tigra. And this can be committed as a mental resource. So it is apparent that Tigra wants to have a lot of minions engaged with her to get most of those effects. So then we have Tooth and Claw. This is the attack event, 4 cost event. Attack and superpower traded. Reduce the cost to play this event by 1 for each minion engaged with you. Hero action attack. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. And this can be committed as a physical resource. Then we have Feline Senses. 2 copies of this. And it is a 2 cost event, superpower and thwart traded. Hero action thwart, remove 3 threats from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, stun a minion. And this can be committed as a mental resource. And those were all the signature cards for Tigra. Next we'll look at the rest of her pre-built deck. We start with the aggression cards. We have 2 Gun Kid. And 2 Gun Kid is a 3 cost ally with 1 thwart and 2 attack, Avenger traded and 3 hit points. Interrupt when 2 Gun Kid makes a basic attack, choose 2 enemies instead of 1 and resolve this attack against each of them. And this can be committed as a mental resource. So if I understand this correctly, 2 Gun Kid attacks, you can choose 2 different enemies and both take 2 damage. That's interesting. Then we have a reprint of Spider-Girl. So I'm not talking about that much. Then we have Air Cover. 3 copies of this. Air Cover is a 1 cost support tech traded, uses 2 fuel counters, max 1 per player. Response after a minion enters play, exhaust this card and remove 1 fuel counter from it. Search your deck and discard pile for a tactic upgrade that can be attached to that minion and add it to your hand. And this can be committed as a energy resource. Then we have Aggressive Conditioning. 3 copies of this in the deck. Aggressive Conditioning is a 3 cost upgrade, condition traded. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. You get plus 3 hit points and your hero gets plus 1 attack. And this can be committed as a physical resource. Next we have Suppressing Fire. 3 copies of this. So Suppressing Fire is a 0 cost upgrade, tactic traded, attached to a minion, max 1 per minion. Hero interrupt. When you attack and defeat that attached minion, heal 2 damage from your hero. And this can be committed as a mental resource. Then we have Bring It. 3 copies of this. Bring It is a 0 cost event, max 1 per phase, hero action. Draw 1 card for each minion engaged with you, and it can be committed as an energy resource. Then we have Coup de Grace, and Coup de Grace is a 2 cost event. Attack traded, hero action attack, defeat a non-elite minion with an upgrade attached. Ignore any when defeated abilities on that minion, and this can be committed as a mental resource. This is a really strong card if you have a big minion in play blocking you and you just have some upgrade on it and you can just coup de grace it away, which is really good. Then Savage Strike, we have 3 copies of this. Savage Strike is a 3 cost event, skill traded, hero interrupt. When you make a basic attack, you get plus 6 attack for this attack. This attack gains piercing. And this can be committed as a physical resource, so a really powerful attack. And we have a reprint of Audacity. And then we have the basic cards. First we have Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket is a 3-cost ally with 2 thwart and 2 attack. Both have 2 consequential damages. Avenger traded and 3 hit points. Play only if you have the Avenger trait. Response after Yellow Jacket enters play. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for an upgrade and add it to your hand. And this can be committed as an energy resource. Then lastly we have the new art for the energy, the genius and the strength basic resource cards. So these are the new ones. So we have gotten past Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ones, which we just got in the last wave, but yeah. Lastly, we have Obligation Nemesis set. So first we have Obligation, which is in too deep, and give to the Greer Nelson player. You may flip to alter ego form, choose Exhaust Greer Nelson, remove in too deep from the game, or each minion engaged with you activates against you. If no minions activate this way, in too deep gains Surge. Discard this card, and it has 2 boost icons. And then we have the Nemesis sets, and we have a familiar Nemesis, which is the Hood. The Hood is a minion with 1 scheme and 1 attack. Criminal traded, 4 hit points, steady and villainous. Trait keywords: forced response. After the Hood attacks, place 1 threat on the criminal underworld side scheme. And the Hood has 2 boost icons. Then we have the criminal underworld side scheme. So each criminal minion cannot take damage, and it has a boost icon, acceleration icon, and comes into play with 4 threat on it, and has 3 boost icons. So that's a nasty one. Then we have the Hood's Mantle. It is an attachment, gives +1 scheme and +1 attack. Armor traded, attached to the Hood, otherwise attached to the villain. Hero response: after you make a basic attack against attached enemy, spend energy and a physical resource, discard this card. And it has a boost ability, so the boost ability is attached to the Hood, otherwise attached to the villain. And then we have Madame Mask. Madame Mask is a minion with 2 scheme and 1 attack, criminal traded, and 3 hit points. When revealed, place 2 threat on the criminal underworld side scheme. Otherwise, find criminal underworld and reveal it. And Madame Mask has the boost ability. And the boost ability is place 2 threat on the criminal underworld side scheme. Otherwise, this card gains +2 boost icons. Okay, last card is Jigsaw. Jigsaw is a minion with 1 scheme and 2 attack, criminal traded and 3 hit points. Quick strike, force response. After Jigsaw attacks and damages a character, place 2 threat on the criminal underworld side scheme. And Jigsaw has 2 boost icons. So those were both Hulkling and Tigra pre-built decks. So Hulkling with the protection and Tigra with the aggression, which come in the Civil War expansion. I can't say a campaign expansion because it doesn't have a campaign. It has scenarios you can play co-op, or you can play the versus game with this against another player, or another team. So you might have 2 teams fighting each other, but I won't go into detail about that. I just wanted to show off what cards come in these 2 hero pre-built decks. So that is everything I have to say about those. I will be sleeving these and trying them out against the scenarios in the Civil War expansion box. So hope you guys like this Hero Pack Focus video. Thanks for watching, and until next time.